Hey guys, it's Matthew Name from Lily's Friends, and today we are going to make a tug toy, with a throwing tug toy with a tennis ball in the center. And basically it's really simple. All we're going to do is we're going to cut about a 1/2 inch just till the blade sinks in. Just want to get it so the rope can slip through. And you want to be careful too, because you can really slice up your fingers doing this. This is a pair of C-snips, but basically they're EMT scissors. You can get them pretty much anywhere. You can buy them for scuba diving and it's really expensive, or you can buy them for first aid and they're really cheap, so go figure. Before you unravel the end, we're going to take a little masking tape, sort of get the, you can use a dowel, you can also use a pin, and basically what we're doing is we're just using this to line up the hole, and see how the rope spirals? So we're going to sort of spin it in. You don't want to be putting a lot of, you don't want to be pulling. All you're using this for is to line up the hole. Okay, so now we're done with that. So see how it just pulls right off? That's why you don't want to use it for pulling. You just want to use it to line it up and then use the force of the line. So what we're going to do is we want about 3 feet. And that's sort of from my midsection of my chest to the end of my arm, and it's a little bit more than 3 feet. And again, we're just going to wrap it a little bit. And I'll show you why. And then we're going to cut it. And we're going to be working with these ends. So what we're going to do is get a couple pieces of wax thread. You can use embroidery floss, you can use dental floss, you can pretty much use anything. And I want this to be about that big. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece here, tie it down, tie it down. I like to give myself a little extra. Tie it down and tie it down, and we're just going to sort of snip these off. When I'm doing stuff for the boat, I actually wrap it a couple times and tie it down so everything is really nice and neat. But I'm going to be giving this to my baby pit bull Lily, and she will have this shredded probably somewhere inside of a month, so I'm not going to worry too much about it. And we're just going to wrap the ends, sort of pull them tight like that, and what I want to do is sort of make a nice little piece. Now, so we don't have confusion, we're going to mark this with some red. Mark this with some blue. What we're going to do is you want to sort of get them matched up like that. I want a blue on this side. I want a blue on this side. I want a red on this side, a red on this side, and see that and that. Okay. So an easy way to do this is to just gently push it through, and then the same thing here. And we want to be sort of careful not to confuse ourselves, because it's real easy to get them going in the wrong direction, and if you make a mistake you can easily pull it back apart and start over. And now we've got it started. Now, to make it our connection a little tighter, we're going to take it and we're going to twist, and then I'll sort of put the element back in, give it a little twist and a little tug, a little twist and a little tug, a little twist and a little tug, turn it over, a little twist and a little tug, a little twist, a little tug. And we're going to do it one more time. And as you noticed, it's starting to thread through, so you know where the next one goes. So this one just goes boop. Next one, do the other side. I find it easier to do one side and then the next, and then one side and then the next. And each one you do, it's going to force the rope to get a little tighter. And again, a little twist, little tug, little twist, little tug, and you can and again, tuck them in almost any order, as long as, sometimes I like to go backwards, sometimes I like to go forward, as long as you tuck all three and you're tucking under one that hasn't been tucked. And I'll show you a few ways to end it. At this point, if you don't care how it looks, you can just sort of lop off the ends and just be done with it, because it's not really going anywhere until the dog sort of destroys it. Another way of ending this is to do more of a taper. Basically, you break each one apart. So you're cutting off about half. And of course there are better scissors for this. And as you notice, further you get down on this line, the harder it really is to fix it. And the thing I like to do is I like to get all three put through before I do the final cutting, so I can give one more little spin and tug on each one without pulling out the other ones. And this is something, once you get good at it, you can do it quickly, you can do it while you're watching TV. It is a perfect Christmas gift for that hard to shop for a person who has a dog. You can also leave the tennis ball off, and it can just be a chew ring. So we're going to trim that up more in a minute. But now that ain't going anywhere. And Lily likes to chew on them and destroy them that way. But if you don't have a big chewer, these will last a long time. They can be ran through the washer. They're a really good toy. And we are going to put the other ring on now. And you have a great throwy toy. And you'll notice this ring will go on a little bit easier because we have no tennis ball on this side. And now we're sort of done. We've got these little, you want to be really careful when you come in here. Again, a nice pair of sewing scissors. Gets rid of that. And you don't have to get rid of this. I mean, depending what you use, you don't want your dog, you know, digesting something, but you don't absolutely have to get rid of that. But then it's sort of, you know, if people try to examine it and figure out how you got it started and how you did it, they can't really necessarily see the whole secret aspect of the thread. And trying to do it without, you know, the starter thread is, to retain the shape is just, well, that's just deadly. And so you can sort of almost pull this apart a little bit to see where things are going and how things are done. And that's why you really want to spin and tuck. But there you have it. All right, we're going to go outside and throw it for Lily and see how she likes it. Hope you did. And again, it's a great Christmas gift. You can wrap it up, you can ship it. Some dogs, it'll last years. Other dogs, whatnot. The line cost me 39 cents. 3 tennis balls was a couple dollars. 39 cents a foot, I should say. So it's relatively cheap and inexpensive. And it's a really great Christmas gift for your puppies or someone else's. All right, let's go play. Lily, come on. Come on. Oh, no. No. Yeah. Go get it. Bring it here. Bring it here. Good girl. Just completely ignore me. Yes. Come on. Come on. Bring it here. Come on. Come. Do you not want to share it? Is it yours? See, that's the best endorsement ever.